The Equality Commission for Northern Ireland works to promote and protect the rights of people with disabilities. This includes working with the Northern Ireland Human Rights Commission and the disabled community to monitor the Northern Ireland Executive's implementation of the UN Convention on the Rights of People with Disabilities. The Convention establishes that all people with disabilities have and should be able to enjoy the same human rights as other people in all aspects of life. For example, Article 19 states that people with disabilities have the right to live independently in the community. Countries must ensure that people with disabilities have the opportunity to choose where they live and with whom they live, and that they are provided with the support necessary to do this. And Article 28 states that people with disabilities have the right to an adequate standard of living and to effective social protection, including poverty reduction and public housing programmes. Living independently is important to Tony.
The things that have helped me live independently are, I suppose, in my case, would be access to the carers allowance. I have a carer coming in regularly who stays with me and gets me the things that I need, helps me when I'm not well or the effects of my disability are symptomatic. Financially, I have received adequate protection in terms of my access to my right to social security. So ultimately, what helps me in relation to making my choices to live my life independently the way I want to live it and where I want to live and how I want to live is financial support. If you remove the financial support that I have received, you remove my individual autonomy, my dignity, and my right to participate in the community in a manner that I chose for myself. The UNCRPD has made a difference in my life because it's made a difference in quite a number of disabled people's lives. But firstly, because it recognises that we as disabled people are human beings entitled to fundamental human rights. Prior to that, the language was about our needs and our special needs being met. The convention recognises that we're human beings and that we have human rights. That's a huge impact because that's changed how disabled people are perceived in society. It means that we can argue for a human rights model approach to assessments, whether it's for the work capability assessment, whether it's for the PIP assessment, or any assessment in terms of what we require. It should be done on a human rights approach. Listening to the disabled person and giving weight to what disabled people say, as opposed to emphasising the lack of functionality of the person, or taking a purely medical model approach, which doesn't look at the impacts of the losses that disabled people experience as a result of cuts to public services or as a result of welfare reform.
The Equality Commission is working with people with disability in Northern Ireland to promote and protect their rights.
Nothing about us without us.
Find out more at www.equalityni.org/UNCRPD.